Hey divas, I am here with the gorgeous Rachel. Let's sit closer together so they can see us. We're setting up at the moment. My divine husband is about to shoot us and I'm going to be introducing Rachel and her sacred work. She is a kinesiologist and a transformational teacher and we've known each other for about 10 years now.
More maybe, I think.
And you actually were quite psychic because you said to me that you're going to meet someone special, and about 3 weeks later I met Chris.
You met the man, that's right.
Yeah. So we've been shooting over the last 2 days these profoundly beautiful and sacred neuro patterning and reprogramming invocations that Rachel has prepared. She's put in so much work, so it's been an absolute honour to work with her. Can you tell me a little bit more about your work?
What would you like to know, or where would I start?
Well, tell me more about the kinesiology work that you do, because that's how we met, and I've done heaps of sessions with Rachel, and she's been just so powerful. I refer her a lot to my clients from around the world, and they all adore her.
I think, to answer your question, I think I was drawn to kinesiology because it's something that draws in the body energetic. So you can work mentally, but also you're talking on a subconscious level, through the body to your subconscious mind. So it's a modality that lets you get into that subconscious area, and that's what's not conscious drives the show. What you're not conscious of is really what's behind the decisions you make, why you make them, and how you live. So working on that level, it really allows you to unravel those things that you may not even be aware of. You know the results of them that you don't like, but you're not aware of what is actually the issue. And kinesiology lets you get in there. And sometimes it works because you're working on the body. Sometimes you don't even understand what's happened, or you can't even name it, but there's a release. There's an energetic release and you can move forward. And when you shift in here, the outside changes.
From my own experience, having worked with you, and I've done a lot of kinesiology and all sorts of different energetic healing work throughout my life, but I think what I love about it is I like to have I don't really usually always remember what I actually healed, but when I'm actually having the session, for me, identifying what the core trigger was. Like today I was writing, we were doing all about father relationship and our relationship to our fathers and their generational belief systems around money, and how we need to come back into our own energetic frequency and beliefs and release what doesn't serve us any longer that may be toxic with the father. And I was actually with a session with you years ago where I identified that my parents always fighting about money, especially when they got divorced. Like there was a relationship that I believed that money would bring pain, that money would bring suffering, that money was a manipulative power tool. And so I would make a lot of money, I would raise a lot of capital, I'd have really successful, businesses or a career, and then I would always tend to lose it. So my husband's putting on a mic for me. And it was through a session with you actually that I identified that. And for me, having that awareness is really helpful. Like, oh, no wonder I've had that repeating pattern. And as you said, being subconscious, it was subconscious. I didn't realize that was driving the show.
And I think that's what happens is as a child, you have life's experiences. And for you, that's what life is.
Yeah.
Something happens and you have a response to that. And that's what life is. And that's what becomes your hardwiring. So you respond to life in that way because that's what you've been wired to respond as. That's what you believe. It's quite fascinating.
It is fascinating. And it can take you off course. It can take you into a lot of struggle. I know it did for me, or my wiring of my childhood. And I've been basically working my entire adult life to repattern and reprogram and reparent my own self so that I can live the type of life, have the type of business, have the type of relationships and the health that I really desire. And I work with so many women around the world exactly on this, and partnering up with Rachel is going to be sublime for our community because the classes and the training that we're doing is just sublime and powerful, and I cannot wait to share it with you. And I want to thank you for joining me here. It's been
so welcome.
Beautiful sacred ride. You're an absolute diva, and we better go and film. Sending you guys so much love. Ciao. That's Rachel. Bye.